Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo of the Code 7 Podcast Network. I'm already laughing. Um, we're about to get started with Open Mic Live, but as always, a word from our sponsors.
At InDigital, we know that public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only I3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Carbine, it's multimedia. You can get text, translate to whatever language, getting away with the legacy equipment and going into a cloud-based solution.
It's the first time in U.S. history that we have an EZINet through cloud-native call handling.
As a police officer, to have the victim go video, that's unheard of.
You're getting upgrades every month, not every year.
To schedule your free Carbine demo, please visit carbine.com/WTT.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yo, what is going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we're about to get started here with Open Mic Live. It is September 29th? Yes, September 29th. Oh my God. It's already going to be, this month is already going to be over, man. What the hell? So, as always, this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital as well as Carbine, and a big shout out to patrons. As always, thank you for everything. And man, I'm back. I'm back from the Indiana 911 Professionals Conference over in Indy, and it was an excellent time. It was good to be back. I had not been there, and I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years since I've been back there, man. And but it was a good time. It was awesome to see all of you out there, and I'm hoping that some of you that were there are on here today too. So roll call. Where are you watching from? Where are you at? And we're gonna be checking in as well. There's Hurricane Ian that just went through, and shout out to all of my friends and family and just everyone out there working their asses off, and just thinking about all of you. Thoughts, prayers, good vibes, all that good shit. And just happy that some people had some damage, and stuff is getting put together and all, and people taking donations and everything in other spots. But my family and some good friends, they're safe and things are good. So I'm very, very happy about that. And I love you all. So we're here, and I've got some audio to play from Imagine Listening. But also in checking in with everyone here, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty and 10 being awesome. How are you feeling? So throw that in the comments, please. Throw it in the comments. Roll call where you're watching from, all that good stuff. And again, we're gonna be sharing some stories here, and talking about the Indiana Conference, some of the stuff that went on there. I do want to say that I have posted already earlier today episode 461, and that was with Veronica. She's a supervisor with Johnson County here in Indiana, and damn, that was a great episode. It was so good. Make sure to check it out. It's about 50 or so minutes, and she's got some excellent stories. So yes, please make sure to check that out, and share. It was a very good episode. And then episodes 462 and 463 are going to be coming up as well. 462 should be going out for patrons here next couple days. I have to do some editing. So episodes 462 and 463 are going to be the Imagine Listening and the open mic episodes that I recorded just a couple days ago at the conference. And wow, that was something else. That shit was powerful. And a big thanks to everyone, the conference, all the attendees, but all of you who were there in the session and sharing stories, and just being there in support of each other. Even if you didn't share a story, it's all good, because again, you were there in support of everyone, and we were finding some sort of closure and healing through the power of storytelling. So thank you all so very much. Toby, hey man, what's going on? Yes, that was a very heavy session, but yes, definitely great heavy. Definitely powerful, all the stories that came out and everything, and then an open mic afterwards. Holy shit. I do also want to say that at the conference on Monday, 911 Wonder Women Inc., with the support and sponsorship of InDigital, in partnership with them and the Centerpoint Brewing, that was a good ass event. Oh man, that was really good. If you missed out, man, you missed out, because it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of stuff going on there, and they hit it out of the ballpark. It was good stuff. Look it up on social media and everything. You'll find pictures and all kinds of stuff, but it was awesome. And I'm hoping that Now Wonder Woman Inc. are able to do events like that at different conferences coming up, and I'm sure they're going to come back next year. So it is going to be really good. But the more that those end up going on and everything, but they did an amazing job. Proud of you all. That was good. It was good stuff, and I felt blessed to be involved with it. So thank you. And the trivia was awesome. It was just a very good time. So let me look over here. Kip says, great seeing you this week. Amazing time. Yeah, same. It was really good. James, what is up from South Jersey? Again, your numbers, scale of 1 to 10. I'm at an 8, maybe a 9, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome. Where are you at right now? Because that's what we do here with the Open Mic Live. We check in with each other on Thursdays just to see how everyone is doing, because that's actually how all of this started, at least for the live portion of this. The other part of Open Mic has always been part of Imagine Listening at conferences. So doing this live, we check in with each other and all, and it was really good. Indiana chapter of APCO, thank you for joining us this week. We greatly appreciated you being with us. I enjoyed being with all of you. It was so much fun. It was cool to go back in and just go do my thing, recording episodes and talking with everyone. And again, I'm going to get to some of this that happened here in just one moment, but also a reminder to please share this broadcast, share it on your feed or your favorite dispatch page, and then throw in some reactions as well. The more reactions and everything that come through, it's we got more people to jump in, so it's going to be good. Let me see. At a 9, wrapping up CMCP course in DC tomorrow. Hell yeah, well done. Brian, listening from Brian, what up, dude? And Shannon, what's going on? Brian says, listening from Cincinnati. Great to see everyone in Indy. Great conference. Powerful Imagine Listening. Great open mic. Dude, it was so fun. I won't look at zip ties the same ever again. This is true. This is true. And I'm going to talk. You know what? Let me make a note here. Okay. Let me make a note about that because I want to talk about it. I'm going to leave, Brian, and if you were at that session, you know what I'm talking about right now. I'm going to leave some pieces out of that, which sounds weird saying because we know the story. Okay, I need to stop. But I'm gonna keep that part on there so we can talk about it a little bit. Shannon says, "Howdy, I'm at a 7 right now. I'm building a custom computer desk and I'm calling it Mega Desk." Total office ripoff. Very nice, very nice. I dig it. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I've got my kombucha, Brew Doctor kombucha right here for the gut health. Good shit. Good shit. So I want to share something here before we get started. Okay. I want to share a picture here really quick and do a quick shout out because this was really, really cool. So I felt honored, man. It was awesome. So this right here is Elizabeth. And I was in a session a little bit before Imagine Listening. Okay, I'm sitting in the back. It was for my homeboy Rob McMullen's session, which he did phenomenal in. It was really good, and I was sitting in back, and I hear, "Is anybody sitting right here?" And I said, "No, no, 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 go ahead." And then she kind of looks over at me. And she goes, "You are who I came to see," and I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, yeah. I came to see I wanted to be here for Imagine Listening." I was like, "Oh, snaps!" I was like, "That's awesome." So we were talking a little bit there before the session started, and then Elizabeth was in Imagine Listening, shared a very, very powerful story. Thank you so much for sharing that story. And then she came up and was talking to me, and I saw some of her ink, and I had to get some pictures with her. So I'm gonna talk through this here really quick. But she had sent me some information. I want to read this. So she says, so the arm tattoo that she has there with the heart on it, it's a replica of a lifesaver pin actually that she earned for helping do CPR on a 2-month-old baby that had stopped breathing in the middle of the night. She says, I was able to walk the father through CPR as we started deputies and medics. The baby started to breathe as the first deputy marked on scene, and the relief I felt hearing that baby cry was the best feeling. And oh man, just reading that, I was like, can I please share this? Because I want to be able to share the picture and stuff. She's like, yes, absolutely. I was like, yes, good, good. Because this is the good stuff, right? We don't always celebrate our wins. So this was really good. And yes, hearing the baby cry, definitely the best feeling. And she goes on to say, on the days that I struggle with, why do I do this job and put myself through the stress and terrible calls? I look down and I remember that call. Yeah. And then the one in the bottom right, she got the headset tattoo, which if you look at it, it's my headset logo for the podcast, which is amazing. Yeah. That's badass. And she says, I got the headset tattoo to celebrate 8 years as a dispatcher. And so she's over 13 years now. And, she says that, I know a lot of people that don't make it to that point or beyond. And even on the days that I hate the job, I definitely love the job. So shout out to you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for coming up and talking and sharing your story during Imagine Listening. And that ink just means so much. And it's awesome. Thank you for the job that you do. And I cannot wait to have you on the podcast. So excellent. Good stuff right there. I just wanted to put that on there and give her a shout out because it was really, really cool. So if you didn't know this, I ended up doing the keynote for the opening keynote there at the conference, and some cool stuff happened. Okay, so before I get to some of this funny audio, I want to share a few videos here. This is let me switch my audio over here, and oh, it looks like it should be good to go already. Okay, cool. So actually, yeah, my do not disturb is on. Otherwise, you would be hearing like all of these notifications coming over on my computer. But um so as a lot of you know, and I don't know if I have it over here. Oh, it's up there. You can't really see it. I can't get up and get it at the moment. But as you all might know, I am Steve, what's up, dude? It was definitely a great introduction. So, as you may or may not know, I'm a pro wrestling fan. I've enjoyed watching pro wrestling since I was a kid. I think I like it the most because my grandmothers used to watch it, and I used to sit and watch it with them, and I was really close with my grandmothers and stuff. And I know I've shared this story before, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it really quick anyway, so you can understand. But I would watch this with them, and there was like that bonding moment. But they, you know, they only spoke Spanish. Every so often they throw out some English words there, but it was hilarious to hear them talk shit about like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and all these people, and it was always fun to watch with them. And when I was 15, my first job, I saved as much money as I could, and I bought a bunch of tickets to a show. Now, I ended up not being able to go. One of my cousins went in my place because I had to work. I was preparing myself for dispatch, apparently. And so, they had a great time. And then I saved up more money, and I had the chance to buy tickets again. And this time this was in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was like, I don't know, 95, 96, something like that. But it was in Grand Rapids, the Van Andel Arena, and this was WCW, and it was going to be live. So it was a live show, and cameras, televised, everything. And my grandmas loved it, and to be able to be there and see them, get into it so much, it just stuck with me. So I've always been a fan. So Travis, who is out of Johnson County, Indiana, is also part of the committee for the conference. He had asked me a few questions, and I was like, why is he asking me all of this? And he goes, it's for your introduction, dude. He goes, we're going to have an MC. I'm not going to tell you what exactly is going to happen until it happens. I was like, okay. So I've got 3 different videos. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and play it so that you can see it, because this is the intro that I ended up getting. Just probably the best intro ever. So thank you guys. That was the shit. And here we go. If for some reason you can't hear it while I'm playing it, please tell me, because I know I've got the right stuff going on my audio interface here. Toby says we need that same MC next year. Wow, never have I ever. Yeah, that dude was hilarious. Rafael, that guy was awesome. All right, here we go.
I was told, come on, he's known around the world, people love him. I'm like, who's he? George Lopez? And now, the morning's keynote speaker, hailing from Fort Wayne, Indiana, by way of Fenville, Michigan. He's the creator of Code 7 Podcast Network and Within the Trenches Media. He has become one of the most influential voices. Oh, doesn't work. Okay, no batteries. Voices in pushing for reclassification of 911 telecommunicators at the federal level. By the way, I'm doing this because the man loves wrestling. So I was told I had to hand it out. I had to do like the whole, WWE. That is the only reason I'm doing this. I'm a 52-year-old man. I should be on that stage with a tie. Here we go for Ricardo Martinez. You ready? You take it.
I got you.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Stand by. Cut two. Here we go. Let me go back and
Oh my lord. Okay, in the comments, you could hear it, right? Or were you just watching him move around? Like I said, I know I pushed the right button over here so that the audio could go out. So I just want to make sure that you could hear it. And Heath, what up, man? He's like, I've already got him booked for next year. He's looking forward to it. Yeah, that is awesome. That dude was hilarious. I got to reach out to him too and say thank you for doing that, because that was really cool. Okay, so that's video 1. We could hear. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? What up, girl? Okay, good. Okay, good. You could hear it. That's awesome. All right. So that was video 1. Okay. Now, that was good friend Jolie. Thank you for sending that over. And then there was another one that was recorded by my homie Matt Pitney, and this is like the second take that he ends up doing. Okay, so all right, here we go. Let me share this. Man, there's some shit going on outside. You can hear the sirens and everything. All right, hold on a minute. Let me see. All right, here we go. Now, I will warn you that towards the end, it gets a little shaky, but I think it's because Matt was like trying to pinch, like to zoom out or in or whatever. So just so you know, so that you're not watching, like you can turn your head, because if not, you're going to be all like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
before. Night 2016, he found it. Hashtag I am 911 movement that spread not only across our great nation, but Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand, spawning their own version of the I am movement. Wow, I didn't know that. Honestly, I don't know that I care, but it sounds fantastic.
Okay, I got to stop it right there because I thought that was hilarious as shit. Because he goes, wow, I didn't know that. I honestly don't know that I actually care, but this sounds fantastic. Oh, straight up burn. Oh, that was so good, man. It's so funny. Okay, here we go.
He brought us the Dare in the Great trilogy and will soon be bringing us Dare to be Great 4. Finally, here he is. Ricardo has come finally to Indianapolis. Hello, man. How are you? I have deodorant on. Do not worry. Welcome to your conference on this Tuesday, Ricardo Martinez. I should get paid for that. Yeah, like, you know how much gas is? There better be bacon out there than all. Ladies and gentlemen, as Ricardo takes the stage and I give him his mic. Oh, Jody, okay, yeah. We're bonding. I want to thank you for allowing me to be with you today. My lunch hour is up, so I have to get back to work at WRTV. I want to just thank you for the opportunity.
The fancy stage.
And to allow me to be in your presence. Again, we all need the positivity, and I hope that is the one thing. Of all the nonsense that I could have done today, all the embarrassing things, ma'am, don't post that. I have kids in college. Okay, post away. Just thank you.
Here it comes. It gets shaky.
You'll never see me again. I apologize when I do call your 911 center. I just want to know what's happening on that road. Yeah, just let me know. Please welcome Ricardo Martinez.
Okay. Yes. Oh man, that was amazing. That was hilarious. It was so good, man. Again, Travis, Heath, like all of you from the conference, thank you so much. That was so good. I've never had an intro like that before. And this actually spawned from Travis and I joking around. I think this was before I knew that this was going to happen, that something special was going to happen. He and I were joking before, and like a week or so ago, just joking about I think I told him, I think I'm gonna go up there because I haven't been there in 5 years and have my championship belt and do it like The Rock and be like, ladies and gentlemen, and like finally Ricardo has come back, and just completely joking. And I was like, pyros, pop, pop, pop. And then this happens. So there's one more video, okay? It's pretty short, but this happened right as I started to speak, and I was saying thank you, and I don't remember what else I was saying, but I thought Rafael had left. I thought he left. But here, this is just I'll show you here, right there. I didn't know that he was still in the room. So he's down there in between the tables, and she had asked him a question about, I'll say, little people wrestling. Huh? 2022, little people. Uh, so here, let me go ahead and play this. It's only 22 seconds long.
From row 7.
I've never watched it before, but I'm sure I can find something on YouTube that would be awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else have questions before I leave? Because I'm trying to get back to work. I mean, I'm okay taking extra questions. Ma'am, are you okay? I'm good. Yeah. Please welcome Ricardo Martinez.
Oh my God. That was superb. Superb. Thank you again for that. That was the shit. Oh man. Yep. That was a lot of fun. Again, like I said, I'm gonna send. I got to send him a message just to say thank you, because that was the shit. And I've never had an intro like that, and who knows, I might not ever, but that was really good. And I'm always going to have that. So thank you to those who recorded that. And if anybody has any other angles, I mean, send them to me and I'll stitch it all together. Okay, so I did the keynote. I did choices and an emergency landing, which had to do with an incident where I was on a plane, and it was we had to make an emergency landing, just like the title says. It went very well. It was the second time I've ever done it in person, and it was hard to get through, man. Like I was sitting in my room for a little while, trying to go through it and stuff, and then just trying to remember different things. I had my notes and all, and music cues and everything. And one of the things that I did different this time was when I play the song Yesterday, which was a song that was playing in my headphones while all this chaos was going on in the plane while we were going down. I had the audience close their eyes right before I started the music. Nobody knew what I was going to play. I had everyone close their eyes, and I said, I need you all to do me a favor. I would like for all of you to close your eyes for a moment, and I'm going to play something, and I want to talk you through what I went through. And oh my God, because I could hear people crying, and as soon as the music started, someone kind of gasped and went, "Oh God." And I thought, oh, I know what you're feeling. Because I had to talk through that. Now, it was very powerful. It was an emotional moment, but it was really good as well. So thank you all for being there. And then, we got to Imagine Listening. Imagine Listening was, again, powerful as well. Some heavy calls. And then we get to open mic. And open mic, just like this, is the lighter side of dispatch, where we talk about all the funny shit that goes on in 911. And that room was packed, and there were stories up the ass. That's probably an odd thing to say when we're talking about 911 calls. And I mean, there's people that get things stuck. Oh my God. And some of the stories, as I tell everyone when we do Imagine Listening in open mic, specifically for open mic, Julie and Shannon. Oh my God, man. Like I'm hot right now. Like it's all hot in here and I'm sweating now. And my face is red. I'm embarrassed. No, I'm not. I don't give a shit. Uh, some of the stories that were told, um, they will not make the episode. And I tell people all the time, some of those stories. Shannon says, "Is Mama in the house tonight?" I don't know. I don't know if she is. If she is, it'll be at the very end after she's heard all the crazy shit that we're about to go through right now. I'm not going to play all of the stories. I'm going to play a couple of them, and we're going to talk through them a bit, okay, for these last 30 or so minutes. But not all of the stories for open mic make the cut. And the reason for that is because some of those stories are just meant for us, you know? They're just meant for us in that moment in time. And some of them are pretty gnarly, okay? One of them, I said earlier on, like someone had mentioned zip ties, and they would never look at zip ties the same way again. I'm the same way, but we're gonna talk about that here right now. And that call is not gonna be on the episode because there's some parts that I'm gonna leave out right now. Okay. So here we go. So this person says that they took a phone call from a guy who needed an ambulance for his brother because the brother had a zip tie wrapped around the coin sack. Mm-hmm. You heard me right. And like the more the person moved, I guess the tighter it was getting. Now this is something I don't understand, okay? Now again, we're not laughing at any people, we're not laughing at the callers. We're actually not laughing at all right now. Not yet. But it's the situation, okay? It's the situation itself, because you think, what is going on? Like, I don't understand. The last few Imagine Listening sessions, especially at National Nina in Louisville, Kentucky, was filled with calls from dudes destroying their wiener or the coin sack, their P.O. box. Why? I don't understand. Like, dude, like that shit's sensitive, man. Like let's see. Shannon says it's not on the box, so anything goes. Okay, hold on a minute. Are you talking about the box that zip ties come in? So what you're saying that that's not on the warning is what you're saying. Because there's no warning, on the zip tie box. Yo, she says yes. Well, okay. So then this is just how stupid humans are then, I guess, right? Because if you think about it, we need to have a warning to tell us not to do shit, right? How long have we had a friendly teddy bear telling us only you can prevent forest fires? Right? I mean, who thought about that? Like this shit must have been happening a lot. Like the forest must have been getting destroyed and they're like, "You know what? I got it. Perfect marketing. Okay, so check it out. This is what we're going to do. What is something that little kids love, right? Adults still kind of love them, okay? A teddy bear. Well, let's dress up the teddy bear like an adult, okay? Kind of, authority figure, right? In the forest. They'll listen to the bear. uh Erica, what's up, girl? Let's see. She says, trying to figure out what protocol I would use for that. Okay, yeah. What protocol? Let's go through this. Anybody that's here, what protocol would you go to? Okay. See, Heath says no warning on the package. Julie says, I'm wondering. What's funny? No warning on the package. So that means two things, right? The zip tie box, and there's no warning on their package. So apparently the shit's fair game. Oh my god. Julie, I just noticed your emojis. Oh, this is so much fun, man. That's why I love doing this. This is great. Shannon says, and now we will have a frog warning us of the dangers of zip ties. Oh, Erica, check it out. Okay, so Shannon says that for protocol, obviously rescue entrapment. So I don't know what happened to this person. Well, no, I do. They ended up transporting the person, but I don't remember if I'm guessing they would have to do surgery, right? Because those zip ties, I mean, the zip ties are pretty thick, dude. And I just I I don't understand. I don't. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. But for real, like they would have to take the person in and do some sort of surgery or something because the zip ties are pretty thick. Like even with the scalpel, like that's you're about to lose a passenger. You're gonna you're gonna have a flat tire, yo. Those canicas are gonna be gone. Canicas is Spanish for marbles. Julie says, there needs to be a little jingle for that, like the cartoon lightning bug jingle back in the day. You got to play it safe around electricity. Zip ties. Huh. Someone should come up with that, and I'll voice it. Do it. I'll voice it. We'll add some music. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. In my head, I'm trying to think of something right on the fly. On the fly. on zip ties. Let's see. Is the truth no lie? You'll tear up your balls with a zip tie. Oh my god. Okay. A new sticker deal? Zippy the Frog. Oh my god. Okay. So that was one of them. That was one of them that was shared. There were other pieces to that I won't share, of course, but that was the gist of it. That was the main um the chief complaint of the call was the zip tie on the boys. So I got a call that I want to play for you. Here we go.
All right, I received a 911 call. The female said that her grandma wasn't breathing. So I asked her.
Okay, let me stop that right there. So there's been some times, okay, when I'm doing open mic, part of Imagine Listening, and a call is shared like this right away. And the look on everyone's face is, should we be laughing at this? But hold on, just hold tight, okay?
I said, "Where's your grandma at?" And she said, "She's standing right here." I said, "Well, can you lay her on something flat? We're going to have to, see if we do CPR." And she started doing CPR. Well, a few minutes later, first responders and the EMS arrived. Well, they walk in and they look around and they didn't see any grandma. And they asked her, "Where's your grandma at?" And she said, "Right here." I had worked her through the CPR. She was doing CPR to a box of cereal. Yeah.
Hell no.
The cereal did. Yeah, the cereal did not make it.
So I think
What?
that's like we've had a lot of CPR ones where
Yeah.
like one was on a bird cage, one was on an iguana, but a box of cereal.
What kind of cereal?
That's
What cereal
like
was the
some-
brand?
Looks like some great
Life
nuts
cereal. Yeah,
right there.
was it?
Yeah.
That was a good one. Was not Life cereal.
Okay. Let, let's discuss that, okay? While I find the next story over here. So if you missed it, girl calls in, doing CPR, or her grandmother's not breathing, so they start doing CPR. Help gets there. Like they're trying to figure out where the grandma is. There's no grandma. She's doing CPR on a box of cereal the whole time. So how many of you have had a call similar to that? Because there have been a lot of CPR calls. Like this. This one is a cereal box. One of them was an iguana. Another Shannon's like Captain Crunch. I mean, doing CPR, I mean, dark humor. I mean, there that would relate, right? That does happen. That specific word, that second word. But also like a bird cage. When I was at the Michigan conference and we did open mic there, part of Imagine Listening, that was one of them. CPR instructions. They get there and the person's still doing CPR as they're walking in, and they have been doing CPR on a bird cage the entire time. The bird cage didn't make it. So how many of you have had anything like that? Because I know I haven't. All the CPR calls I've done have been like on a human. They've been it had to do with people. I know one of my former coworkers. I came in once. I think I was working a 1P to 1A shift or something, and I came in and he was there, and he goes, "Dude, you won't believe what I did today." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. What did you do? And he says, well, I perform CPR, like we do, once or twice a day or whatever. But it was on someone's dog. And I said, what? There's a protocol for that? And he goes, well, no, I just went through and did, the one that we have there for protocol. And if I remember correctly, I think the dog made it. But the someone called, and their dog wasn't breathing anymore or anything, and they went through CPR, man. And that shit worked. Good job. But this one on a box of cereal, I don't know. It looks like none of you have had anything like that either. Nobody's responding. So let's go to the next one then. All right, here we go. Some of these I haven't edited them yet, so hopefully there's like no names. All right, here we go.
Our console, of course, if you a touch screen, if you touch it and you have condensation on your hands from a Taco Bell cup, it sticks open.
Okay, so I thought this was funny right off the bat. I know this person, and we're friends and everything, but I thought it was funny that she mentioned that condensation from a Taco Bell cup, not any old cup, just a Taco Bell cup. So I thought that was funny.
So I had an open mic. I had just answered an officer for going 1041, and I'm going to cover up the agency here. No, one of our ladies came in and just jokingly, she was like, "Hey, Dawn, how you doing?" Lifts up her shirt, and I looked at her, not naked boobs, but so just playing. And I turned around in a total Valley voice, and I said, "Oh my God, I just came in my pants." All over the air.
All over the air.
Someone snort over here. And you just said that. You said all over the air. So
all over the air.
You made it even worse.
So because my mic was stuck open from my Taco Bell cup. So our lines lit up. Everybody said they were clear over the radio. I had some guys text me a towel, asked me if I needed to clean up. I got off work at 2:00 that day, and I called the sheriff and I told him what happened. And I said, I understand if I need to lose my job, I get it, but the other girl better as well.
All she did was try to flash you, though. I mean, it's like, here, look at these. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
She's the boss. I can't.
Okay, so here's the question then. For those of you here in the audience, how many of you had an open mic that you had to call the sheriff for, or your deputy director or your supervisor? I don't think, and I used to do some shit on the radio, man. That was my thing. Like I loved my job. When there was nothing going on, I would sometimes say some funny shit on the radio to break up the chaos, and also, monotony that can be 911 sometimes. But I never apologized for it. Because it was fun, man. It was so much fun, and it helped the shift go by. I mean, I even had the sergeants who would call up because they knew that my dumbass would do it, and they would have me call certain officers over the radio when they were on the can and do status checks. And you would be able to hear them, not dropping heat. You wouldn't be able to hear them dropping heat. You would just hear them say 10-4 code brown, but you could hear the echo from the bathroom, which made it that much more funny. Sometimes a sergeant would call up and or a detective or something. They would call up and they would ask for me, or ask to see if I was working, because they wanted to do something. And like I said, they knew that I would do it. So I would be one of the people that would help them pull off some funny ass pranks. But no, I did not. I did not apologize for any of that stuff, because it was all in good fun. I mean, I'm sure if something, went south or whatever, of course I would apologize. But just like playing around, over the radio and stuff, nah, son. I own that. I would own it. So here's another one. Here's the second one from this person.
So then the second one was just not even probably 3 months ago. Different sheriff. Again, I called him afterwards and said, I understand if I need fired or whatever. I'm the queen of open mics. But one of our transporters were transporting, and my battery had died. And I changed it, and I thought it did not reconnect, but it had. And he said that he was back at 28. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know he was fucking transporting. Again, over the air. Complete open mic. So there's that.
When her sheriff sees her name come up on his phone, he goes, "Oh fuck, not again." That's what he answers. He doesn't say, "Hi, how are you?" He's like, "Not again." Yeah, exactly.
Well done.
What?
So, well, Shannon says all over the air. Is there a delay? Is there a delay? Like, is the audio going over a little bit later? Because that all over the air part was a little bit ago. I'm just double checking. I want to make sure because like the internet's been weird lately. But excuse me, that was another one. So I remember being in dispatch, and the batteries for our wireless stuff would they would mess up, and they would go up. Oh, Shannon says, "No, we're good. I know. Oh, no, you're good." But I'm glad you said that because I wanted to make sure that everything was good to go, because there was a time where there was like a big delay, and I'm all talking, and then people like all these messages are coming in. I thought, wait, that was like 5 minutes ago. What the fuck is going on? But okay, good, we're good. So yeah, there would be times where I would have the battery would die on my wireless headset, and for whatever stupid reason, it would keep the radio open. Like the mic would be hot, and I don't know why it would do that. Like you would think that if it died, it would just simply stay closed. Like why are you going to open up? I don't know. Like I still had the pedal, I still had the keyboard to hit the stupid button. Why would the wireless part like fuck up like that? I don't know. But that would happen. So so that was the second one. She was saying that she had dropped the F-bomb over the radio open mic, called the sheriff, and sheriff was fine. She said that there was 3 incidents like that. It's kind of hard to hear, but she said there was 3 incidents like that with 3 different sheriffs, one for each sheriff, and I mean she's still there. She's still there, kicking ass and taking names, and one of my favorite people. So it was really cool to see everybody there that I hadn't seen in a while. Of course we keep in touch on Facebook and stuff every so often, and mostly it's likes and reactions and stuff, and comments here and there. But it was good to see everybody face to face and spend some time, especially during Imagine Listening and open mic, because open mic, like, we bond, of course, with Imagine Listening with all these heavy yet powerful stories, but then we bond even more with the funny shit when that shit comes out. So that is always good. So I'm gonna play this next one. We're coming up on the wrap up. We've only got a few minutes left here, but I don't remember this one. I don't remember what this one is. So here we go.
Okay, I first want to say, I guess, over the radio or whatever, she makes fun of me still to the day, and I didn't realize I did it, but we were doing, a reckless driver dispatch, and, I was supposed to say all over the roadway, And I said, they're all over the radio. That was the first one, but that was not too funny.
Very
But
nice. So this is okay. I remember this now. So this was funny. So this person who was sharing the story, she was up front. She stood up and was saying this, and she's laughing and stuff. And it was funny, but like immediately she backed away from it. She's like, it wasn't really that funny. And and I think that's what made it even more funny, because she was all like, oh. But it was. I thought it was funny. I want to play that part again here. Hold on a minute.
did it, but we were doing like a reckless driver dispatch, and like I was supposed to say all over the roadway.
Okay, watch. Like right after she says what she ended up saying, like she backs away from the joke or from like basically the punchline.
And I said they're all over the radio. That was the first one, but that was not too funny.
Very
But
nice,
okay,
very nice.
so oh my god,
See?
it was not funny. Okay. Yeah, it was. Okay.
No, but she was hilarious, man. It was awesome talking with her and stuff. And we ended up having lunch. I sat at their table the next day, and it was super cool. But she's got a second one here too.
Okay, so we had this lady call into dispatch, and she was just so frantic because this guy had been messing with her and like putting stuff in her yard, and she's like, there's something on my door and I can't open the door because it's gross and I don't want to touch it. Like, okay, so we send the officer there, and officer, investigates, figures out what it is, and he's like, County, it looks like it appears to be a condom filled with some white. Yeah.
Okay, so you can't hear her partner who's sitting there, who was working at the same time, but she's in the background, and I guess the officer said, it appears to, or it appears to be a condom that's stuck to the door with soap in it. And then she goes, we wanted to ask him, well, how do you know that it's soap? Like, how do you know that it's soap? I just thought, oh, poor dude, man. Like they started giving him shit. I mean, he's just guessing. He doesn't know what it is. I mean, I get, soap has bubbles. I don't know. Oh man, super funny. There's like 36 minutes worth of open mic, and Shannon. Check that out. Did he do a taste test? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Oh my god. Oh, that's great. So I gotta put this on the screen too. Shannon's response. That was basically me when I was laughing just now. Every single one of those emojis. Oh shit, that is funny. So there's a lot more to come with open mic, and I can't. What I just said. There's a lot more to. There is more on the way. How about that? How about if I put it that way? There's more on the way from open mic. I'm going to be working on Imagine Listening tomorrow. There are some stories that were written down and shared that I'm going to read during the episode, and then go into the audio of Imagine Listening from a couple days ago at the Indiana conference. And then that will go out to patrons this weekend. And then next week, Wednesday, it'll go live for the public. And then open mic will then go to patrons. And then the following Wednesday, open mic will go out to the public. And you won't be sorry. It's going to be really, really good. And I can't wait for all of you to hear it. So thank you so much for joining me tonight for Open Mic Live. This was hella fun. And James, I got your email, and I'm going to be looking at those dates. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but I'll figure it out. I would love to go there. I've never been there before for that conference, but this is, like I said, part of what I want to do is to be able to go to conferences that I've never been to before and do Imagine Listening there and just kind of go around. And Veronica, what is going on, yo? Hello. And so Veronica, who just jumped in here in the audience, she was the person that I had on episode 461. So make sure, everyone, to check out that episode. It was an excellent one. And see, James says that's all we can ask for. Fingers crossed. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna figure it out. And again, like I said, one of my big goals is to be able to bring Imagine Listening and the podcast to conferences that I've never been to before, and just talk with more people and share more stories, and just kick ass and take names. So I'm looking forward to it. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Carbine. And if you have any comments, questions, or you want to be on the flagship show, you can email us, and that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is @91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/within-the-trenches-podcast. If you're looking for any bonus content, you can check us out and support us. Patreon.com/WTT podcast. And I appreciate it more than you know. Patrons, thank you so much. Perk for patrons only are audio versions of the DRT as well as Open Mic Live. And also, speaking of the DRT, we've got an episode coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that's going to be a Carbine exclusive DRT live broadcast. That's going to be on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn Live, as well as Twitter, and that'll be with Drew Clark, and he is a customer success manager with Carbine, and we are going to be talking about mental health and suicide prevention. So it is going to be an excellent one. So make sure to tune in for that. And this can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. And then the flagship show Within the Trenches podcast can be heard 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.